Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contracts. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, everyone. It's time for Vanishing Chicagoland Stories, the podcast, and I am back. I'm your host, Pete Costanis. This is episode 479, season 20. Today's date is September 30th, 2025, and welcome to the show. On today's program, I'm going to talk about a 5 and 10, not 5 and 5, 5 and 10, 5 and 10 store it was called Karr's, and it was located at 4347 North Central Avenue in the Portage Park neighborhood. It was there for a long time, and I got a little history of that, but I got some information about this store because a lot of people who lived in that area at the time had great memories of that store. Okay, and next I'm going to read a menu. I don't know what year it's from exactly. Could be late 60s, early 70s. It's the Stan Mikita Village Inn restaurant that was located in Oak Brook, Illinois, owned by Chicago Blackhawks legend Stan Mikita. Okay, so this will be fun. Before I get started, the program will go into a commercial break, and this program is brought to you by Duncan Hines Blueberry Mix. Not Blueberry Mix. Blueberry Muffin Mix. Getting ahead of myself. I apologize. Yeah, so it's Duncan Hines Blueberry Muffin Mix. And here's a commercial from 1980. All right, so sit back and relax. And let's go back to the early 1980s for, when eating delicious things we had no concern of and didn't give a second thought about health. All right. So I'll be right back with the rest of the show after the commercial. Thank you.
Tickle their noses with something new.
Tickle their noses with blueberries.
New Duncan Hines Blueberry Muffins are more blueberry than ever.
Tickle their noses with blueberries.
They taste just as great as they smell, because Duncan Hines filled them with sweeter, tastier wild blueberries.
Tickle their noses with blueberries.
Duncan Hines Blueberry Muffins.
They taste just as great as they smell.
They're new.
Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope you enjoyed the commercial for Duncan Hines Blueberry Muffin Mix. Got the muffin in. Sorry. It's from 1980. Duncan Hines is still around. They make wonderful cakes. Oh, yeah, my mom buys them, makes cakes like that, which is she'll probably bake a cake for me on Saturday, which is my birthday. Looking forward to that. Now they have a brand. It's called Duncan Hines Simple Mornings. And it's called Simple Mornings Premium Muffin Mix. And it's blueberry streusel. That sounds good. It sounds delicious, but they get rid of the trans fat, no fructose corn syrup, preservatives. Oh, okay, I understand that. Yeah, it's need health. But you know what? you get these people, they're on a diet or join weight loss programs or stuff like that. And then when you eat a muffin, they look at you like you're a weirdo. It's fine. I eat in moderation. I do the best I can. It's not easy, especially my age, especially in the condition I'm in. So, because I'm going through chemo and I have to eat. But the thing is, lately I don't have an appetite. Excuse me. It's a little hard. I've lost some weight. Because I posted a picture the other day. This was from about 7 years ago or something like that. Yeah, I was 243 pounds. It was a picture of me and my mom and a comedian, a Greek comedian, very nice, Vasily. He's a nice man. It's funny. And I look at myself and go, God, I was a pig. Oh my God. Then I started losing weight like a couple of months before I was diagnosed in 2019. And I've gained a little weight back and forth, but not up to that point, not 243. So I'm about like between 205 and 210, around there. I've lost weight. I think it's due because the leakage. I have a leakage problem with that. So I'm doing my best. I want to exercise. I want to not run. I like to walk. I love to walk. That's the only exercise I like. No going to the gym. No, I don't care what people say. Leave me alone. I don't want to. You want to spend money and you go to a gym and then you ditch it. That's how people are. They just forget it. Some people are consistent. Some, not all. Okay. So Duncan Hines blueberry strudel, it's available. I love muffins. I really do. The only muffin I'm not crazy about is maybe cranberry. That's okay. But I love corn muffins, lemon poppy seed. Those are my favorite. When you go to the corner bakery, oh, so good. And what other muffins I like? They have bread. You don't hear about bran muffins all the time, but I like the brand I like. I'm not a fan of bran, but it's okay. All right. They go great with a little butter and a glass of milk. All right. At the beginning of the program, I mentioned I'm going to talk about the Karr's 5 and Dime store that was located on the northwest side of Chicago. Also, I'll read a menu from Stan Mikita Village Inn restaurant that was located in Oak Brook, Illinois. Before I get started, a couple more things quickly. Next chemo is October 13th. A week from tomorrow, I will be on vacation. So that means on Van Chicagoland, I will try to post stuff. I could, but we'll see. But I'll be so busy. I'm attending New York Comic Con for the first time. I'm a little nervous. I'm excited. It's my first vacation in almost 20 years. Looking forward to it. I'm going to be careful. I'm going to take it easy because I won't have any time to sightsee because I'll just be at the convention. And then by the end of the day, I would be so tired. I'll probably go to my hotel room and just relax. That's what I'm going to do, which is fine with me. It's okay. I can go next time, if I get much better. You're supposed to receive badges for your convention. I did not get them. I called UPS. They said they're lost. But there's a consolation. You can pick them up the day before the convention on Wednesday, which I'll arrive, and I will head straight to the convention center and pick them up. And I'll be all right. As long as you bring your printed email confirmation. And you're all set. Okay, which I do. I'm looking forward to it. So October is a busy month. Saturday's my birthday. I'll be going to New York the following week. I'll be going to a wedding. And then I have surgery on October 21st. So that's that. Okay. All right. So let's get started. Okay. So I'm going to talk about Karr's 5 and Dime store. I found a little history of that. The address was 4347 North Central Avenue. It's in the Portage Park neighborhood, and it's owned by a man. His name is Sam Karr, and he has his wife Ava, or is it Eva? And the store consisted of whatever you needed, like today's dollar store. Okay. Only it was 5 and dime. So, in the old days, you had 5 and dime. You had like Woolworths. What's the other one? Ben Franklin. Can't think of another one. Well, there was one called Scott's. Something like that. Excuse me. Yeah, there was one called Scott's. I remember when I was a little kid, living in South Shore neighborhood in the 60s. There was a store called Scott's. I think I asked my mother about that. She goes, "Yes, I do remember the store. I went shopping there. It was a 5 and dime. Whatever she needed there, she shopped there. She liked the store very much. She told me a funny story about this. I think it was at this store. The Beatles were gaining popularity in the 60s. And you know how teenage girls screaming, you remember from the Ed Sullivan Show, you see the women, you couldn't hear the band play. That's kind of weird. Anyway, so she went there one time, and then by the record department, there were about 5 or 6 girls, and they were screaming. So, and because the Beatles were playing, my mom goes, "Well, what's going on?" She thought it was an invasion or something, but the clerk tried to explain to her. My mom's English wasn't that good back then. She tried to learn, and he explained to her, "It's the Beatles," and that's where. But she knew who the Beatles were. She saw them on TV like that, and she still resents them to this day. They're not that bad compared to today. Nah, So anyway, I don't mean to get off subject, but yeah, there was a 5 and dime called Scott's, and I remember that. And then there was Kresge's. Yeah, okay, I just remembered that. We used to shop there at Roseland on Michigan Avenue, right next to Gately's People Store. Excuse me. Okay, so for cars, there's couple of pictures like that. I wish I could find an ad for this place, but maybe they didn't advertise much during that time. So, so it was 5 and dime. But, by the 1950s, everything was priced above 10 cents. And you can get anything you wanted. Like, according to the website, Chicago History Today, you can get like greeting cards, shoe polish, detergent, handkerchiefs, paint, anything you want. Probably candy bars. What else? Like decorative flowers, like that. Or they replaced tubes for your TV set. And they had a little machine. Remember those machines? You test them out. Do you remember that? Yeah. Some people claim that it also said that Mr. and Mrs. Karr lived on the second floor. Maybe they did. Probably. I don't know. It's possible. Or maybe it was for storage. We don't know. We got to ask their family. They didn't have children. They did not. They were. We don't know what the country they're from. Some people said they're either from Eastern European or from Russia. Well, we don't know. Sometimes Mrs. Karr's was gone for a few weeks for a summer, and she went to vacation or she probably went to visit relatives. She probably did that. And so this store also reminded me of another store. It was on West 63rd Street in South Pulaski, J&R Variety. I went there once or twice because I lived south of there, and it was the same thing. And it was there for many, many years, and they closed down about maybe 10 years ago or something like that. So that was a cool store. Karr's store closed in the mid-1970s. Maybe there's a Walgreens now. Maybe Walgreens contacted them and wanted to build a store there. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe there was something before that. Could be. I don't know. I didn't live in the area. I have no idea. Okay. So, excuse me. I have this terrible cough because the weather's starting to change a little bit. So that's how it is. So Mr. Karr's, he lived a long time. Let's see. So he died around June 1980. Okay. And the only survivor was like relatives, but his wife Eva, they owned it for 40 or 50 years. They owned that store for for a long, long time. Excuse me. And Ava, let's see, she died in January, maybe December or late December 1996. Her obituary was printed in January 5th, 1997, so it must have been that. Okay. But she had nieces and nephews, no children, as I mentioned. And so I've been reading comments from people, even past comments about this store, and they said that they had wonderful memories when they were kids. They would ride their Schwinn bikes, buy candy bars, or go to a gumball machine, or they go shopping with their moms like that. So that's cool. That is nice. It really is. It's very nice indeed. As for today, we have dollar stores, not five and dime. They'll never come back. No. So even the dollar stores things don't cost $1 anymore. No, they're more than that. It's inflation, people. That's how it is. There's nothing we can do. Just grin and bear it. Okay. All right, I'm going to take a break right now, excuse me. And then when I come back, I'm going to read a menu from Stan Mikita's Village Inn restaurant that was located in Oak Brook, Illinois. I will talk about Stan Mikita a little bit. I did a podcast episode probably when he passed away, I think 2018. No, he, I don't know when he died. I'll let you know. Okay, but I believe I did in a podcast episode about him. Yeah. All right, so sit back and relax, and we're going to and then just listen to this break, commercial break, and then I'll be right back with the menu. Okay, hang tight, everybody. Thank you.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
I love sugar, but not in a mint. I want my mint cool and refreshing. Now there's Velamins. They're new. They took the sugar out. You really taste the mint. So fresh, they take your breath away.
New Velamins took the sugar out. You can really taste the mint. So fresh, they take your breath away. Cool refreshment, Velamins.
New sugar-free Velamins. You really taste the mint. 3 refreshing flavors.
Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope you enjoyed that commercial break. Right now, we're going to talk about Stan Mikita's Village Inn restaurant that was located in Oak Brook, Illinois. First, I will talk about Stan Mikita. I did do a podcast episode. I did a little research. It's episode 172. I did it. It was October 23rd, 2022, 2022. I also talk about WJMK Magic Oldies, Magic 104. So you can find it. You can do a search. It's on YouTube if you like to listen. And I talked about my memories about Stan Mikita from the Chicago Blackhawks. And so here we go. Let's bring him up. Okay, so Stan Mikita, that was the only hockey team he played. Okay. And he played from like the late 50s to that. So let's see. Well, first he played, he was from Canada. He played a few years up in Canada. Okay. And he played from the Blackhawks from 1958 to 1980. Like that. And he was Slovak born. And he was a great player. You know, when I was growing up, like in the 70s, I used to see him. I wish I see him in the 60s. I didn't. I was too young. And that's all you heard his name during that time. They used to show the Chicago Blackhawks on WGN TV Channel 9 in Chicago for many years, you know, and with Lloyd Pettit. I think that's how you say his name. You know, the announcer. He was a great guy. And then all of a sudden, in the mid '70s, the rights to air the Chicago Blackhawks moved from Channel 9 to Channel 32, and then to Channel 44, which I remember. You know, so he was a great, he was a great player. He really was. You know, seemed like a very nice man. Very nice man. Of course, later on, he branched out. You know, the reason he quit in 1980 because he had back problems. I can understand that. You know, when you get older and you put a lot of abuse on your body like that. Oh, boy, that's terrible. Other business interests, which is, it says here, he started playing golf and at the Kemper Lakes Golf Club. And then he had his own enterprises, his own business. And then if you get those small plastic sauce containers, you know, when you order chicken McNuggets at McDonald's, he did that. So they're still there. Okay. And then, of course, he opened that restaurant, Stan Mikita's Village Inn. I don't know where he got the name. So that opened in July 18th, 1968. Okay. And that was located at the Oak Brook Shopping Center. Still there. And that was in between Marshall Fields and Sears. And it was a professional building. So I'm not exactly where, you know, exactly where it was located, the building that is. And according to the ad of the Chicago Tribune, it says, a great new restaurant bearing the name of one of Chicago's great personalities. And Stan promises an outstanding family fare of lunch or snacks and continental cuisine dinners with a large and varied menu. All this in an exciting setting and decor with trophy room, photo gallery, and stirring displays of hockey equipment and hockey history. Listen, if you're a huge hockey fan, this is the place for you. You wouldn't care about the food, but well, you do. And then I don't know if Stan Mikita showed up at times. Maybe he did. And if he was there, he would have signed autographs. Maybe if you had a hockey puck carrying around, he would sign it for you. Probably did that. He was very approachable, from what I heard. So so I do have the menu. I don't know when it's from. I'm going to bring it up right now. Just a moment, please. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Having a little trouble. There we go. There's the menu. Okay, the menu is gorgeous. So here we go. Okay, we're going to start off with so it's called, the dinners were called the Triple Trophy Dinners. Okay. It starts off with cocktails, like for example, they do have prices, so I will read those. Okay. Let's start with this. So they had extra dry martini, Manhattan gimlet with real lime, 85 cents. They're all 85 cents. Rob Roy, berry scotch, old fashioned, and daiquiri with lots of rum. Oh boy. That sounds like fun. Okay, there we go. See, I'm having a little trouble moving this around. Okay, I'm going to start with appetizers. They had chilled fruit cup at 35 cents. Fresh Gulf shrimp cocktail, 95 cents. Grapefruit or tomato juice, 25 cents. Extra large, $1.65. Wow. So, and French onion soup, 30 cents. Okay. Okay, they had, let's see, chicken aloha, that's Oriental rice. So that's a boneless double-breasted chicken served in a pineapple sauce, garnished with chunks pineapple, almonds, and coconut. Oriental rice, borders with currants, and tossed green salad, $4.50. Okay, that sounds good. Yankee pot roast. Ooh, that sounds good. I love pot roast. Tender slices of choice pot roast in a rich Van Dyke gravy. I don't know what Van Dyke gravy is. Garnished with, just a moment, please. With garden peas and carrots, served with buttered broad noodles and tossed salad, $3.50. Oh, that sounds good. Shrimp Creole parsley butter rice. That's a Gulf shrimp served in a traditional New Orleans style with celery, green peppers, and onions on a bed of parsleyed rice tossed green salad. Okay. They had the, let's see, choice of Stan's French onion soup, Kenny's fruit juice, or Doug's fruit cup. I don't know who those guys are. Maybe they're hockey players, I guess. Tossed green garden salad, choice of dressing. Okay. They had New York strip sirloin steak, $6.25, or chopped sirloin steak stuffed with chopped green peppers and onions, $3.50. You get a baked Idaho potato, pure honey sundae. You can substitute chocolate syrup if you want, coffee, tea, or milk. That's on the first page of the menu. Now we're going to go to the second one. So I read the appetizer. So here's more entrees. Barbecue baby spare ribs, served with tangy sauce, with a special tangy sauce, $3.50. Golden fried chicken, $2.45. 1/2 of succulent Georgia fryer with rich country gravy. Ooh, sounds good. Chopped sirloin steak, a full 3/4 pound of choice beef smothered with grilled onions, $2.35. The chicken is $2.45, just in case I forget. If I didn't mention it. Jumbo fantail French fried shrimp, Gulf shrimp fried golden brown, served with tartar or cocktail sauce, $2.50. Roast top sirloin of beef, cut from the most flavorful part of the beef, served with natural juices, $3.50. Broiled Florida red snapper, $3.25. So that's, if you like, it's served with pure lemon butter sauce. Top sirloin butt steak, broiled to perfection with nothing added to detract from its hearty flavor. That's $4.25. Broiled prime filet mignon, served with mushroom caps, $5.50. Broiled African raw lobster tail, served with delicate butter sauce, $5.50. And boneless strip sirloin steak, $5.50. Okay. And your entrees are a choice of potato or salad. You can have both, I guess. I don't know. For me, I would get the potato. Yeah. I like salads, but I do. Desserts. Assorted fruit pies, 35 cents. Ice cream sundaes, 50 cents. Ice cream sodas, 50 cents. Whipped cream pies, 40 cents. Vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry ice cream, 35 cents. And fruit sherbet, 30 cents. Oh, dessert sounds wonderful. That's my favorite part. Beverages, here we go. Special blend coffee, 20 cents. Private blend hot tea, 20 cents. Grade A milk, 20 cents. Chocolate milk, 25 cents. Sanka, 20 cents. Delicious milkshakes, 45 cents. Coca-Cola and phosphates, 15 cents. Large glass Michelob draft beer, 40 cents. And iced tea, 25 cents. That sounds fabulous. He really put a nice menu. That sounds wonderful. That really does. As for the restaurant, I don't know when it closed. No idea. Probably during the mid-70s, I guess. I have no clue. I don't know. I wish I could find a picture of it. That would be awesome. Like that. Let's see. So, let's see what else. So, the funny thing about this, I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast. I don't remember, but in the movie, the 1992 movie Wayne's World features Stan Mikita's Donuts, but it was fictitious. So that didn't That didn't happen. I mean, it wasn't a real store. I wish it did. There is a Stan's Donuts. I don't know if it's I don't think it's related to Stan Mikita. I don't think so. I've never eaten there yet. I haven't bought a donut yet. I should, but I'm trying to watch it. So that was funny. Oh, that was hilarious, like that. And so Stan Mikita was a great man. And I'm sure his restaurant was delicious. I'm sure it was. That probably was wonderful. Yeah. So I'm glad I found the menu and I read it. I really did. I love reading menus. I have not heard, the only complaint I've got about reading the menus on the podcast is like, I don't include the prices, but some menus don't have them, but they did at the beginning, but I never did. Maybe it took too much time, but someone suggested, why don't you just read them? And I did. So I've been doing that ever since. I'm very happy I'm doing that. Okay. So that's it for this show. I'll do a recap of what I've talked about. I talked about the Karr's 5 and Dime store that was located at, just a moment, please. Get the address. 4347 North Central Avenue. It was in the Portage Park neighborhood in Chicago. It was owned by Sam and Eva Karr's. Also, I read a menu from Stan Mikita's Village Inn restaurant that was located in Oak Brook, Illinois. It was in the Oak Brook Center Mall. I forgot to mention that, yeah. Well, I mentioned the stores, but I didn't mention it was in the mall, but it was. Like that. Okay. This podcast will be published later on today. Whatever podcasts are found and available. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Breaker, Overcast, Good Pods, Podbean, or iHeartRadio. If you have those apps on your phones, and your tablet, you can tap on the app, you can tap follow, you can listen to the latest episode. You receive a notification. All the episodes are listed there. Also be on my blog, www.vanchicagoland.blog. They're all listed. You can subscribe. You sent your email. You can listen if you like. Also be on my YouTube channel. And again, people always ask me, where do I find your podcast? I want to listen to your podcast. I want a link to your podcast. You can go to YouTube, type in the search engine, Van Chicagoland Stories, or my name, Pete Costanis. When you find it, click subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. You receive a notification of the latest episode. Excuse me. Also, the rest of the episodes are there as well. Okay. Also, be shared on my social media accounts, Facebook, X, LinkedIn, Reddit, also Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and TikTok. But TikTok is growing a little bit, slightly. Yeah, so that's great. Okay, as for the next episode, I will not do one Saturday because it's my birthday. So I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to spend a nice quiet day at home with my family. I will do an episode Sunday. I will do one, yeah, for sure. I would do that. And I'm going to talk about a restaurant that's sort of it's coincidental. You figure it out. Okay. So, and then after that, I'll be going to New York. So I will not probably do another podcast. Maybe I'll do one Tuesday. I don't know. We'll see if I have time, because it's the day before I leave. So we'll see how it goes. Okay. All right, so this is Pete Costanis, your host of Van Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. Thank you for joining me. Today's a beautiful day. Oh boy, it's still feels like summer, and it's the last day of September. Yeah. Kalomina, everybody, tomorrow, and that's for my Greek friends. Okay, and so here's Bye Bye for Me, and here's a little traveling music from our famous Chicago legend and good guy Ray Rayner, saying bye, bye, bye with a little traveling music. I probably repeat that. Excuse me. Okay. So take care, everyone. I'll talk to you soon, and I'll talk to you in a week. So enjoy for the rest of the week. Thank you. Bye-bye.
We have to go. Bye, bye, bye.